What's up, guys? Solely back with another video here on the second channel, Solely Plays. Now today we have another NFL video. As you guys can see, we're going to be ranking NFL starting quarterbacks for this season. And I already know this video is going to piss a lot of people off. So right now, just drop a like. If you guys have been enjoying these videos, or maybe this is the first one you're seeing of like my tier list or my quiz videos, just drop a like right now. Get it out of the way. And give me feedback, because I want to see, do you guys like these videos? Do you prefer tier lists? Do you prefer quiz videos? Do you prefer if I only do NBA? Do you care what sport I do? Let me know. But we're going to get into this, and I know it's going to trigger a lot of people. Also, something I want to say, no headset for this video. Just got out of the shower. And another thing, what I'm saying? Warriors, Suns tonight. Depending on when you're watching this, because I know a lot of people are going to watch it, after today, which is Tuesday, the 30th of November. It's a big game. What is it? Warriors are 18-2, I think, and the Suns are what? Like 18-3 or so, it's something crazy. Something crazy. Suns are on like a 15 or 16 game winning streak. It's going to be one of the best games of the NBA, or at least regular season. And yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that. I think the Warriors are going to end the Suns winning streak. At least I hope. Either way, it's not a big deal, what I'm saying, because both teams will make the playoffs, but it's going to be interesting to see. Now, let's get into this video. Again, if you guys haven't subbed up, make sure to sub up. This is not my main channel. It's my second channel, so sub up. But yeah, let's get into this quiz, or not quiz, but tier list. We got to start off with the Bucks QB. What's his name? I forget. Nah, I'm kidding. Imagine. Now, I was actually looking at this. Like, it's actually crazy. I feel like I know a lot about the NFL, but we got Brady. Instant S tier. He's the best quarterback of all time, arguably the best football player of all time. Even if you want to say he's a cheater, you could say that. I say it from time to time because he did cheat. He he deflated balls. I think also at the beginning of his career, his team would spy on the other team's practices. I think it was against the Bengals or something. But whatever. Even if you take out those cheating instances, he's still insane. So you got to put him S tier. You got to respect greatness. Next up, we got Joe Burrow, which is a guy that I like a lot. Is he top level yet? I don't know. But, as soon as next year, or maybe even the year after, he could be A or S tier. You might want to say he's A tier already. I don't know. Also, I could pull up stats. So let me just get the numbers just so we know the exact numbers. But I'm probably going to put him in B tier, or yeah, I think he's a B tier, but let's see the exact numbers here. So this year he is 7-4. He's leading not the best Bengals team. I mean, they low-key got a better offense now with Mixon and Jamar Chase in them, but 22 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with about 3,000 yards. He has 2.8 thousand yards, or 2.8K in 11 games. So I think he has potential to be an S tier quarterback in the future. I really like him. I think he's going to be, here for a while. Like when we are like adults, well, I'm sure there's like some adults watching, but you know what I mean? When like my generation is all adults and like we're in like our 20s, 30s, whatever, he's still going to be in the NFL. I feel like he's one of those guys that's going to be here for like 20 years and he will eventually be an A or S tier quarterback. But for now, I'll just put him in B because he still has to progress a little bit. This is only his second season, I believe. Yeah, second season. And yeah, we'll see where he goes with that. But now we have Dak Prescott. And I know there's going to be a lot of Cowboy fans watching this video. Let me know if you're a Cowboy fan in the comments. But because the Cowboys have the most fans, I'm pretty sure, in America. And I think they also have the most haters. But so for Dak, I've low-key been a Dak hater, but I've also been a Cowboys hater. So I got to be unbiased. You know what I'm saying? If we look at the numbers, he's arguably like a MVP candidate. I would rather go with Aaron Rodgers or even like Tom Brady. Maybe you want to go Kyler, but he's been hurt a little bit. Dak has 22 touchdowns, 7 picks, and 2,900 yards in only 10 games. So easily better than Burrow this year. And so I'm just going to put him in A tier. I think that's fair. I don't think he's S tier. There's very few S tier quarterbacks, so we're going to get into those ones when we get there. Dak is not on that level. He is not. And honestly, I could move him down, but I think A is perfect for now. Now we have Ryan Fitzpatrick, which he played one game. So this really should be Heineke, right? Because Heineke is the quarterback of that team. Yeah. I mean, I guess we got to rank Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's let's just put him in the D tier because he's solid. He's solid, He's not the worst, but when it comes to maybe I could put him C. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Like, does it really matter? Like, we know he's not, like, crazy, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, he got injured literally, like, 3 plays into the first game. So it's just Ryan Fitzpatrick. We'll just leave him in D for now, but if you want to put him up to C, I wouldn't argue it. Patrick Mahomes, S tier. I think Mahomes is the most skilled quarterback of all time. Now, you guys might be like, what the hell is Solo talking about? Or you might agree with me. I don't know. But really, when you think about it, when you take into the account that, he can run. He's not like a fast quarterback, but he's mobile. He has a crazy arm, one of the craziest arms we've ever seen. He's intelligent, and he's one of the best, playmaking QBs that we've also ever seen. When it comes to skill, I'm not talking accomplishments. I'm not talking accolades and whatever. Maybe he'll get there one day, but when it comes to pure skill and just the quarterback that you would probably want if you were building your dream quarterback, it would be Patrick Mahomes. Maybe you want a little bit more rushing ability. I think he can still run. He's no like Kyler Murray, but he can run. And so he's S tier. He's S tier easily. Tyrod Taylor, I think you got to put him D tier. He's one of those quarterbacks where he's not absolute terrible, but he's bottom percentage of the best starting QBs. You know what I'm saying? If you had him as a backup, that would be really good. But if he's your starting QB, you're probably not making the playoffs. I mean, he's actually led a few teams to the playoffs. I think he led the Bills, but he's nothing crazy. So we're just gonna put him D for now. We're gonna put him D. Actually, yeah, no, we'll keep. I don't know, cause. Okay, we might move him. Because I'm looking now. Sam Darnold is terrible. He's D tier. And I would rather have... Okay, we're moving Fitzpatrick up to C. And honestly, I might move Burrow up to A. We got to see how this breaks down. And I don't know. I'm just putting people in places for now. And we might move them later. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do for now. Because Darnold is terrible. And Fitzpatrick is better. I don't really think there's a debate. Jared Goff, really bad. He's really bad. I would say he's a little bit better than Darnold, but he's really bad. We don't really have to talk about it. Lions have not won a game this season. And even when he was with the Rams, they were not crazy. Like, he was not crazy. Aaron Rodgers, S tier. I think he is the best quarterback in the league right now. A lot of people will be like, but Brady has better numbers or whatever. Rodgers missed a game. Brady has better targets, better weapons. So, it is what it is, if you want to say Brady. But these three right here are pretty much in a tier of their own. I'm just trying to say. I don't think I'm going to add anyone else to the S tier. Maybe. We'll see. I think it's just going to be them three. But we'll see. These three are crazy. They're crazy. And I don't know. I think that's probably Jordan Love. I don't know why they included Jordan Love like he was up for the starting QB job. Like, it's Aaron Rodgers. Like, come on. Zach Wilson. Terrible. And I know the Jets suck, but from what we've seen so far, he is not good. He is not a good quarterback. D tier easily. And yeah, maybe he got rushed in there and just they might have ruined his career, honestly. But because I do think it's better if you develop quarterbacks. Don't start them their first season. Let them practice, let them learn from the older guys, and I think that's how it usually works out, rather than just throwing a quarterback into a bad team and just letting him fail. Like, it's just bad. But yeah, he's D tier. Russell Wilson is a weird one because I could put him S tier. I'm going to put him at the top of A tier because I don't think he's on the same level as the S tier quarterbacks. I think he's a little bit lower. So yeah, I'm going to put him at the top of A tier. But I do like Russell Wilson a lot. I think he's he's around top 5 best quarterbacks. But I don't think he's exactly on the level of these three. So I'll put him A tier. Daniel Jones. So let's look at the numbers for Daniel Jones. But he's probably going to be like C or maybe top of D. He played 11 games, 10 touchdowns, passing at least, 7 interceptions with 2,400 yards. So nothing crazy at all. I don't really know how I feel about Daniel Jones, so I'm going to put him D tier for now, because I think when it comes down to it, I would rather have Daniel Jones than these 4 quarterbacks. Yeah, I would. So he's going to go ahead of them, but I don't think he's anything crazy. Honestly, he could be in D tier. But I'll put him at the end of C. I'll put him at the end of C tier for now. We'll do that. Okay. Kirk Cousins. Now he's a weird one because we've seen times where he looks like an A tier quarterback, and we've also seen times where he looks like a D tier. So Kirk Cousins is a weird one. And I think, is he on the same level as Burrow? Let's pull up the numbers. Kirk Cousins, 23. Oh, he's actually having a really good season. I didn't even know that he was doing this good, because he's 5-6, so the Vikings aren't doing crazy, but 23 touchdowns with 3 picks, only 3 picks, 3,000 yards. So he has more yards than most of the quarterbacks that we've seen so far. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I'm gonna put Kirk Cousins in B tier. Personally, I would rather have Burrow, so I'm gonna put him behind Burrow. I just have a lot of faith in Burrow. Maybe I'm hyping him up, but I feel like, in videos like this, a lot of people are scared to state their opinions, because then, someone will write it down. They'll hold it to themselves, and then once that guy messes up, that you're like hyping up, they'll be like, Solo, what happened to this guy? And a lot of people just want to like, they try to be right as much as they can, and they try to play things safe. I'm gonna believe in Burrow, and I'm gonna put him at the top of B. And honestly, I don't even think it's that hard of a take. But yeah, I'm gonna put Burrow ahead of Kirk Cousins. Josh Allen. So instantly already know what tier he's going, and you guys probably know as well. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about it, but I don't think you really got to think about it. Kirk Cousins is an A tier quarterback, so he has 25 touchdowns, 10 picks with 3,000 yards, 7-4 record. Would I put him over Dak? Yes. Not ahead of Russell Wilson, though. Personally, I would rather have Russell Wilson. Wilson has experience. I don't think he's fallen off too bad. I'm going Wilson over Allen. That might be my top 5 right there. Yeah, it probably is. I mean, we'll see. But Josh Allen, probably 5th best. Russell Wilson, 4th for me. Phillip Rivers, Justin Herbert. That's bad, bro. I'm so used to seeing that shit and just thinking Rivers. And it kind of looks like Rivers. I don't know why. But I think Rivers was like number 12, I think. Justin Herbert. Very good quarterback. 24 touchdowns, 10 picks with 3,200 yards. So again, that's more yards than most of the quarterbacks I've pulled up, if not the most. 6-5 record. Charges aren't insane. But he's a weird one to rank. Who would you guys rather have? Let me know in the comments. Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert? So remember, Herbert, 24 touchdowns, 10 picks, 3.2K yards. Burrow, 22 touchdowns, 12 picks, 2.8 yards. So Herbert is having the better season when it comes to numbers. But I'm going to put Burrow ahead of him. Again, I have faith in Burrow, and Herbert is really good, and this is still a really good ranking for him. You can't bash. I don't think you're going to put him up here like by Russell Wilson and shit. He's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe down the line, but right now I'm putting him right here in this B tier. If you want to put him ahead of Burrow, you can. But yeah, that's where I'm going to put Herbert. Next up, we got Tannehill with the Titans. Let's get the exact numbers up. 14 touchdowns, 13 picks. That's bad. With 2.7K yards, 8-4 record. He's honestly getting carried by the run game. Yeah, he's solid. He's probably like a low B tier or a high C tier, because he's a guy that you could get in there, and if you have a solid team around him, he can probably take you to the playoffs. He's like a Fitzpatrick. If you have everything good around him, he can get you there. He's not like a Sam Darnold where like I feel like there's like no hope for him. You know what I mean? But like he can get you there, and I think that's what's happening with the Titans. He's nothing crazy, but he's Ryan Tannehill. So yeah, I think he we'll put him there. No, we'll put him up here. I don't know. Because then people, we'll put him up here. Because then people are gonna be like, you're disrespecting him, putting him with Daniel Jones and shit. We'll put him at end of B tier. And you could put him ahead of Kirk Cousins too if you want. Tua. Now, Tua's a guy that we haven't seen a lot of games from him. What did he play? Like 3 games, probably maybe a little bit more. 8 games, but I don't think he started all of them. 3-4. 10 touchdowns, 6 picks, 1,700 yards. He has a lot of potential. And so for Tua, right now, it's hard to rank because he only played 7 games. And if I'm ranking on potential, I think Tua could be, A, B tier. A, like up here with these guys, maybe one day. But for right now, I think you got to put Tua C tier. Do I want to put him higher? Because he is a good rusher. He actually hasn't been rushing that much. I would have thought he would have ran more, but I don't know. I don't know. Tua's a weird one to rank. He's tough to rank. He really is. Because I already know people will be like, you're putting him with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, that's Tua. Like, he has a lot of hype and he has a lot of potential. And I know that. Like, that's what I'm saying. He could go A, maybe one day. But now I'm ranking them based on right now. And he still has to develop a lot. I'm going to put him right here. So now we have, I think this is Jameis and I think Taysom Hill. But their quarterback is Trevor Siemian. So it's kind of weird because this was before the season, obviously. And they got hurt. So we're going to rank Jameis and Taysom Hill. And I think when you're ranking those guys, I would probably put them right here behind Tua, ahead of Daniel Jones. That's where I would put them. I don't think we really have to talk about it too much. Kyler Murray. He has a lot of potential. What is this, like his 3rd year? Yeah, 3rd year. He's already been to the Pro Bowl last year with a crazy year. He's a MVP candidate, but I think because he got hurt and he missed a couple of games, he might not win it because of that. And that sucks because he was on pace to like put up crazy numbers. He still will put up crazy numbers, but I feel like he's slowed down a little bit. He's been hurt. That's going to hurt him. And when it comes to Kyler, maybe my bias is playing into it a little bit, but I'm going to put him ahead of Dak. I would rather have him. He's like he kind of reminds me of Mahomes in a way. And you might be thinking I'm crazy for this, but let me explain. He's mobile or whatever, mobile. He can run and then he can just sling it across his body. And I just think that's so valuable in today's game. I feel like a lot of new QB prospects, people are going to be looking for that in them. And Kyler has it already. I'm going to put him ahead of Prescott. I think he's just a little bit better of a playmaker. Maybe Prescott's a better rusher. That's debatable. So yeah, I'm going to put Kyler there. I'm going to put Kyler there ahead of Dak. That's debatable. If you want to put him behind Prescott or whatever, then it's whatever. Derek Carr. This is going to be a weird one to rank because he's had his ups and he's had his downs. You know what I'm saying? He's had his MVP type seasons back before he hurt his hand, I think it was. Probably like 5 years ago, honestly. People forget about that. And this year, he's putting up crazy numbers again. Yeah, 3.4K yards, which is, I think, the highest out of any of the quarterbacks I've pulled up. In 11 games, he's 6-5, 17 touchdowns with 9 picks, with a Raiders team that honestly is not that good. The offense is not that good. They got Waller, they got Renfro, who's solid. He's nothing crazy, though. And then, obviously, Ruggs is gone, and, they got Josh Jacobs, but... So, Derek Carr, right now, I would put him A tier behind all of these guys. I think I would probably take him ahead of Burrow right now. And yeah, that's where I'm going to put him. Jalen Hurts. This is one it's tough because one thing I know that some people are aware of is that if you have him in fantasy, he's a beast because he runs a lot. Gets you a lot of fantasy points, but you got to differentiate the NFL from fantasy football. Just because he's a great fantasy quarterback does not mean he's a great NFL quarterback. And so I feel like that's a given, but I know some of you guys play fantasy football and you just, I don't know. You might be thinking he's like fucking top 5. He's not. Yeah, 13 touchdowns, 8 picks in 12 games. 2.4K yards, 5-7 record. I know his team isn't crazy. I wanted him on the Steelers, honestly. What was it, 2 years ago when the Steelers were drafting and we kind of needed a quarterback. Ben was getting up in age. He's still playing for us, but I wanted Jalen Hurts. I wanted to trade for him, or I wanted him to fall to us. And he ended up going to the Eagles as a backup, and then now he's starting. I think he's solid. He's just a little wild. Like, he makes some crazy decisions. So where I'm going to put Jalen Hurts, is here for now. I'm going to put him behind Tannehill for now. But I think Hurts has potential to be an A-tier quarterback one day. He's just a little wild right now. He still has to develop, and I think when it comes to it, I would rather have Tannehill. He's a little bit more safer, a little smarter, and probably a better passer. So yeah, we'll put him there. Baker Mayfield now. Baker is a guy that I've been waiting because I'm confused. I'm sure you guys might be confused too. Is he good or is he not? Like, nobody really knows, and I feel like it's starting to be shown that he's not good. I mean, that's just how I see it. This year, he has 11 games with 11 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2.4K yards. With the team that he has, bro, like, if you give Aaron Rodgers that team, it's over. If you give Tom Brady that, it's over. Like, he's had a crazy offense, and he's not really doing much with it. They're 5-6. The defense is pretty good too. You know what I mean? So, Baker, man, this is a tough one. It might trigger some people too. I think he's kind of like Jalen Hurts. He's a little he's inconsistent. He's wild. He's been in the league for like what, 4 or 5 years now? Yeah, this is his 4th year. Like, time's running out, Baker. Time is running out. Like, he hasn't shown us anything crazy yet. So I'm debating putting him. It's tough because Tua. Do I want to put Tua above Jalen Hurts? Do you guys think I should put Tua ahead of Jalen Hurts? Who would you guys rather have, Tua or Hurts? Damn. I think I might do that, honestly. I might change this up a little bit and go like this. And then go like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm moving Tua up. I'm moving Tua up. I'm gonna put Baker C tier and then Jalen Hurts also C tier for now. Or do I move Tua back down? Cause no, we're moving it back. Cause bro, I'm not gonna lie, he's not on the same level as Joe Burrow or Herbert yet. Tua's not there yet. We gotta be honest. So I'll put him there in the C tier. You know what I mean? I feel like that's solid. Now we got like Jimmy G and Trey Lance, which is a weird one because I don't know what's going on there. And I also don't really know how to rank them. So let's pull up Trey Lance, who has 5 games, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. What is going on there? Okay, here we go. Jimmy G is 6-4, 13 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2.3K yards. So Jimmy G's solid. He's one of those guys who you can win playoff games with him, you know, if you have the perfect team around him. He's like a Tannehill to me. So let's go with Jimmy G, not Trey Lance. And I would put him, you know, right there behind Tannehill in the B tier. Maybe you want to put him lower. That's up to you. I feel like he is the type of guy where he's not really going to hurt you, but is he going to make plays to win you a game? Probably not, but he can keep you in a game, sort of like a Tannehill in my mind, maybe a step down. That's where I'm going to put him, and maybe we move that later, but that's where I'm going to go for now. So this is going to be what? Drew Lock? So Teddy is 6-5 with 15 touchdowns, 5 picks, 2.5K yards. He's not my favorite quarterback, but he's solid. Not terrible, but is he a guy that's gonna, you know, take you to the playoffs and win you a bunch of playoff games? No, he's not. Maybe he can get you there, but I don't think he's really a guy that's gonna win a bunch of playoff games. So I'll put Teddy. I think he's a little bit more safer than a guy like Tua or Baker or Jalen as of right now. And then Drew Lock also. So honestly, we could rank Drew Lock and we could put him just here for now. I think that's a solid rank and just throwing him in there. But at the same time, nah, we're gonna put him C. We're gonna put him at the front of C for now. If you want to flip flop a couple of these, you can, but that's where I'm gonna put him. Now we got Matthew Stafford. Started off crazy. He's slowing down a little bit now. Let's start with the record. 7-4 record with 3.3K yards, 27 touchdowns, and 9 picks. He's someone that I feel like has always been solid, but he just hasn't had a good team. So he was on the Lions for what, like 10, 12 years or something, just kind of ruining his career there. Like we always knew he was solid, but he never had a team. So now he's with the Rams, and we're gonna see what he's gonna do, you know, in the playoffs and when that comes. But he's been solid with them so far. And damn, this is tough. I think he's in this range right here with like a Derek Carr, Joe Burrow, Herbert. Like, I feel like he fits in there. If you want to put him at the front of the range, you can. If you want to put him behind Derek Carr, you can. But for me, actually, I'll put him here. I would rather have Burrow. Again, I like Burrow a lot. Herbert, you know, I'll just put him ahead of Herbert. Maybe I could put him behind him too, but I'll keep him ahead of him for now. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to me. Justin Fields and Andy Dalton. So we'll do Justin Fields just because Andy Dalton's probably not the guy that they want there, and Fields has been the one that's been playing. So Fields in 10 games, he's 2-6. Or I guess he's played in 10, but he's 2-6 in the ones he started. 4 touchdowns passing, 8 picks, 1.3K yards. I know the team is terrible. So I'm going to put Fields at the front of D tier. As of right now, you really can't say he's anything better. Yeah, and I would take all of these guys in C tier ahead of him. When it comes to D tier, I'd probably take him over most of these guys, but I think he fits in there with down. Lamar Jackson's going to be a weird one to rank because people have different takes on him. Some people will hype him up and say he's S tier. Some people will be like, all he can do is run. He can't throw. He's, you know, C tier. I mean, I don't think anyone would really say Lamar Jackson C tier, but he's already, you know, he's been to the Pro Bowl, been all pro. He won MVP. He is 7-3, 2.6K yards, 15 touchdowns with 12 picks. Like I said, he's a weird one to rank. Like, it's tough. It's tough to rank Lamar Jackson. But I think when you take into account his playmaking ability, he hasn't won a playoff game yet. So I can't really say he's a guy that's going to win you playoff games, but I feel like he is. He's one of those quarterbacks that he's not going to only keep you in the game, but he can make some crazy plays that can win you a lot of games. He's not like a Jimmy G or a Tannehill that'll just let the playmakers make the plays. He is the playmaker. So I feel like you got to put him ahead of him. And yeah, you might say because he's so, you know, so much of a playmaker, he can also lose you games, because he can. He definitely can. Just because of what he's done and what he's proven already, I think you got to put him. And some of you guys might be like, what is he proven? He hasn't even won a playoff game, but we've seen him win a lot of games. Maybe they're just regular season, but I think you got to put him ahead of these guys. And I think A tier is a perfect spot for him. Now, where do I want to put him in A tier? Some people might put him, you know, front of A tier. I would rather have Russell. I'd rather have Josh Allen. Kyler, you know, this is the debatable thing, because you could put him anywhere in here, depending on where you stand on all these quarterbacks. But I'm going to put him ahead of Kyler just for now. And Kyler, who knows? Maybe he'll be the better quarterback in the long run. I'm going to put Lamar Jackson as the 6th best quarterback right there ahead of Kyler. But like I said, I feel like a lot of those guys are interchangeable. If you want to move one of them up, you can. That's just where I'm putting it. Big Ben. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm sure some of you guys have been waiting to see where I'm going to put Big Ben, because sometimes I'd be hyping him up. But let's be honest, Big Ben's not the same player they used to be. People forget who Big Ben used to be, though. That's the thing. People think he's just this old guy that's just, like, dumb and just stands there and gets sacked. Like, Big Ben, he's won 2 Super Bowls. He's led a lot of teams. I don't think he's ever had a losing record, even though he's had some bad teams. You know, last year, people didn't think we were going to be crazy, and then we started off like, what, 12-0? And just, I don't know. He keeps proving people wrong. That's what I'll say. He keeps proving people wrong. We get a backup quarterback in the game. We just get blown out. We tie the Lions. Like, stop saying Big Ben is terrible, because he's not. In my mind, Big Ben, like, bro, when you look at it, I'm sorry. I'm not taking any of these C tier quarterbacks over Big Ben. I'm just not taking any of them. I'm not taking any of the D tiers right now. I'm not doing it. I'd rather have Big Ben with his experience, his mind. He's a smart quarterback. He's been in the league for what is it? Probably like 18 years now. Like, come on. Like, that's a lot of experience. And yeah, he's not as mobile. He's not the same player he used to be, but he can keep you in games, and he's shown us that. So I'm gonna put him right here behind Tannehill for now, ahead of Jimmy G. That's just where I'm standing on Big Ben. And let me get his stats just so we have the exact numbers. So this year he's 5-5. Like I said, never had a losing record. I'm pretty sure we could check that. Or at least the Steelers have never had a losing record while he's been on the team. I think, yeah, in 2006 he had a 7-8 record, but he didn't play all the games, so I think he was hurt. But yeah, for every year, it's never been a losing record with Big Ben, and that's insane. He's been in the NFL since what, 2004? Like, you got to think about that. Like, that's, and I'm not just gassing him up. Like, people need to realize, you know, obviously he's not insane, but he's not dog shit. Okay, he's not dog shit. But yeah, he's 5-5, 2.5K yards, 14 touchdowns, 6 picks. So let's move on. We got 4 left. Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is another one of those guys where I feel like he doesn't have the best team. And he's solid. He's solid. I think he's right here with this Tannehill, Kirk Cousins group. And so I'm going to put him right here. I'm going to put him right there. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put him. Carson Wentz. Wentz, I feel like, is low-key a little underrated. I feel like he is. He's 6-6 with the Colts, 2.7K yards, 21 touchdowns, 5 picks. Yes, he has a good O-line. Yes, he has Jonathan Taylor on his team, who is insane. Yes, he has a solid defense, so everything's kind of perfect around him. But he pretty much brought the Eagles team to the playoffs. Then Nick Foles finished the job. I don't know. I feel like he's slept on. Now, where do I want to rank him? I'm going to put him right here behind Herbert. I feel like that's actually the perfect spot for him. I really like that spot, ahead of Kirk Cousins, but behind Herbert. And honestly, maybe you could argue that he's better than maybe a Herbert, a Stafford, and a Burrow. Maybe put him at the end of A tier or at the front of B. But I feel like right here is a perfect spot for him. So that's where I'm going to put him. And we're going to move on to Mac Jones. And I think that's also Cam Newton. So at the time, he was still on the Patriots. But let's do Mac Jones. Mac Jones. He's been really good. Yes, he has Belichick. And I know Belichick is more like for defense. But he's still a good coach. I don't know who their offensive coordinator is. I probably should know that, but he's looked really good in his first year. He's 8-4 in 12 games, 2.8K yards, 16 picks, 8 interceptions. So, this is a tough one. Mac Jones. This might be the hardest one to rank of the entire video. Because where would you guys put him? He's not A tier. He does not fit in with these guys, at least not yet. Some people might argue he's better than Burrow. But at the same time, is he? I don't think so. I'd rather have Burrow. I'd rather have Stafford. I'd rather have Herbert. I would rather have Wentz. Cousins. He's in this range. I think you can see my cursor. He's in this range. And I think I'm going to put him right here ahead of Tannehill. Or behind. I don't know. We'll just put him there. And whether you want to move him up a couple spots, move him back a couple spots, whatever. I feel like he's around this range. Trevor Lawrence, last quarterback of the video. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. His team sucks. Let's get his numbers up. Now, if you guys are still watching, what I want you guys to do is obviously drop a like and sub up if you haven't. But okay. Who would you guys rather have? Comment. Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow for the rest of their career on your team? Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. Let me know right now in the comments. Pick. And I'm probably going to see a lot of Joe Burrows. You got to remember, Joe Burrow's a way better team. Trevor Lawrence with the Jags, they suck. They suck bad. They don't really have receiving options. They have James Robinson, who's honestly not that crazy, let's be honest. And they have no defense. So Trevor Lawrence has no help. He's 2-9, 9 touchdowns, 10 picks. And I don't think he's terrible. I would put Trevor Lawrence in here. Now, we're talking right now. And honestly, I think I'll take over Mac Jones. Even though he hasn't shown us much, it's hard to with that type of team. It's hard to show us stuff when you are on the Jaguars. They suck. They suck. You know what I mean? I think right now, I would put him there. Now, in the future, he could be an S-tier quarterback. Easily. He could be an S-tier quarterback. He has crazy potential. And I'm not doubting that. But right now, from what we've seen, and I know it's tough with that team, but I'm going to put him right here behind Matt Ryan ahead of Mac Jones. That's where I'm going to put him. This is my NFL quarterback tier list. And, yeah, I feel pretty confident about this. I don't think I misranked anybody too badly. Maybe some people are mad about my Justin Fields placement. If you believe in him, you know, obviously we still got to see with him, but it hasn't looked too crazy so far. But yeah, this is pretty much what I got. Let me know, let me know your top 5 quarterbacks. If you guys are still watching, let me know your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. I have, and it's in this order: Brady. Actually, wait, no. Right now, let's put Rodgers. Let's go like this right now. No. Yeah, go like that. We'll go like that for now. Rodgers 1. Brady 2, just because he's playing crazy right now, but Mahomes could be 2. I don't know. Rodgers 1, Brady, Mahomes, then Russell Wilson, then Josh Allen. Let me know your guys' top 5 because this is very interesting to me. Maybe you have Kyler in there. Maybe Dak makes the top 5. I don't know. Let me know below. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.